Yo guys, what is going on? This is Real American Josh here, and I'm doing the Seattle Seahawks. I'm beginning the NFC West. Alright, so the Seahawks last year, I think they went 9-7, disappointing, did not make the playoffs. They lost, but they cut Richard Sherman this year. They traded Michael Bennett. Are the Seahawks starting to become in rebuild mode? Well, we have to see. Obviously on offense, you still got Russell Wilson. You still got Doug Baldwin. You still got Tyler Lockett. You know, the Seahawks have receivers. You no longer have Paul Richardson. He's now with the Redskins. Alright, my bad, guys. I got a text from Mom. I'll answer back in a minute. You got Chris Carson at running back, but that line is still awful. And I'm really big on offensive lines. Most of the time, you do need a halfway decent line to actually win the Super Bowl. The Seahawks defense, run defense-wise, it's still going to be really good. They'll struggle in pass defense, though, because Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas they're not I believe Earl Thomas is really good in pass coverage. Cam Chancellor, he's more of a run-stopping safety, so still really good, though. Still really good safeties, but I feel like the pass defense can struggle, you know. But anyways, the Seahawks start the season on the road at the Broncos, and it's a 20-12 loss for the Seahawks. And then on the road at the Bears for Monday Night Football, they suffer a 24-14 loss. So they start out 0-2, not a good start for the Seahawks. However, they do follow it up with a 38-17 victory over the Cowboys. But a 24-20 loss at Arizona, and then at home against the Rams, a 35-16 loss puts the Seahawks at 1-4. They're not looking good so far. But then on the road at Oakland, they do grab a 30-12 victory to put themselves at 2-4. However, they fall again to 2-5 because they lose to the Lions 31-20. So the Seahawks are really struggling so far. They do follow it up with a 31-28 victory at home against the Chargers. But then they'll follow that up with a close 27-24 loss to the Rams. And then a 30-21 loss to the Packers. So if you really take a look, they're currently 3-7. So not a good look for the Seahawks at all. But on the road at the Panthers, they do grab a 23-16 victory over the divisional winner of the NFC South. They do grab a victory. Then they beat the 49ers at home 28-17. So now they've won back-to-back games. They're sitting at 5-7. Then they're sitting at 6-7 with a 17-14 victory over the Vikings. So the Seahawks have rattled off 3 straight wins. However, the Seahawks do fall to 6-8 with a 24-21 loss to the 49ers. So the Seahawks are now sitting at 6-8. They play the last 2 games of the season at home, though, and that is going to be beneficial because at home against the Chiefs, the Seahawks dominate 35-7. And then at home against the Cardinals, the Seahawks dominate 38-17. So the Seahawks wrap up. It started out as a really down season, 3-7. But then to come back and win 5 of your last 6 games is really good for the Seahawks. It builds confidence for next year. You know, if they can get a couple of players drafted, you know, if they can build up the offensive line, this Seattle team can be really good. It's going to be offensive oriented more than defense, but it's still going to be a really good team. So Seahawks finish 8-8. That's going to do it for the video. Real American Josh out. Peace.